Welcome to episode 14 of the tutorial series Livewire 3 from scratch. My name is William Juma. In this episode we are going to learn about how to create a model in Livewire 3 using Bootstrap. Let us go ahead and see how we can be able to do that. The first thing that we will do is to include the Bootstrap JavaScript inside our layout file. So I've copied this one and I'm going to open our layout file, which is in components layouts app.blade, and on top of the Bootstrap CSS that we have been using in all the previous tutorials, I would also like us to add the JavaScript. We can even be able to put it towards the end of our page, so down here, and I think that will probably be the best place. So let me just cut it and place it towards the end of body. And then now once we have that, I would like us to create a component which we are going to have as all products component. So what I'm going to have is PHP artisan make Livewire all products, like that. Once I press enter, we are going to create the all products Livewire class, and also this component here, the view of it. So what I would like to do here is just call it products, like that. The next thing that I would like to do is to load this product as a full page component. So what I'm going to do is to include it in web.php. So what I'm going to have here, we can be able to add all products class, and then we can also be able to have a route here, all products. Like that. So basically when I visit localhost 8000 / let me change the name here, I will call it products and save. So when we visit products, now we are able to display something that at least has products. So what I want us to do is to have a button here that we'll be able to launch our model. But before we do that, I would like us to create another component, which we are going to call it create product. So again, I will run the command in a similar way, and here I will say create product. So our command is PHP artisan make Livewire create product. Hit enter, and we also have another component, in other words a view component, which has this kind of data, and here is where I want us to replace with a Bootstrap model. So I open the Bootstrap model, and when you look at this Bootstrap model, we have the launch model where when we click, the model is launched, so sort of like a button, and then we have the model itself. So what we are going to do, we are going to copy the model first and paste it in our newly created component, that is create product component. So I paste it here, and that is good enough. And then I will now copy the button that launches our model, and this one we are going to paste it to the other component, which is called all products. So here in our Livewire in our Livewire view, so here I'm going to have that button. After pasting this button here, we also need to include our Livewire class, our Livewire component. So here we can be able to include it like this, Livewire, and then the name of our component, which is create product, like that. And once we do that, it is possible for us now to be able to launch our model. So when I click on it now, you can see the model is being launched. And that is good enough. I also we will be encountering some challenges with this model, especially when we save, but I would like to give it up until then we can be able to do the necessary modification. So instead of calling it launch model, demo model, I would just like to call it create, like that. So sort of like create product. So basically when we have it, it will be looking like this. When somebody clicks, it will be create showing the model. I would also like to just copy a Bootstrap form, and this one we are getting it under forms overview. Just copy this one. I would just like to paste it in our model such that we test our model a little bit more and maybe do everything that is required such that at the end of everything our model works perfectly. So let us go ahead and see what we can be able to do. So inside our create product model, I want to, inside the body, I want us to have a form. So we are going to paste that form specifically like that. And once we save, if we go and test it again, now if we click on create, now we have some things that we are creating. In this case, whatever is that is related to the product. So I would like to do some modification to our form, and here I want us to have title. So the product title, where we're having the email address, I'm going to have title, and then we can remove this div that says we'll never share your email, and then here the type is text. Of course, I will include wire model, title, like that. And then of course I can be able to copy the same, so maybe I can remove everything that we have from here up until the end, and just even the submit button we will remove because we will not be using that one. We will be using the one in the model footer. So basically I would like to copy everything that we have here, but before we do that, let me also handle the errors. So at error, sort of like when we are returning the validation error. So at error, in this case title, so the errors that belong to title, and then here at end error, and then inside here I would like us to have a span with a class of text danger, and then inside this span, as we close it, inside it we will be passing in the message. So in this case the validation error message, like that. I would also like to also do some validation display, also display the errors also in our form. So I would like to modify our class. So here we have a class of form control. Let me first of all delete the ID example email and area described by something, and inside here I also want us to be able to handle the errors. So here I can be able to say at error, and if this error is title again, so at error title, at error title, like that. And then I want us to, if that error is there, then we can say, we can be able to give a class of is invalid, and then so is hyphen invalid, like that. And then at end error, at end error, like that. And I think if it's also possible for us to be able to display some nice border around our input, I think it can be even better and nice. So basically we have been able to handle titles. So I'd like to copy everything here, and then we can be able to paste for the other fields. So I would like us to have a field called description. Maybe we will be picking a short description, so let it be just like that, such that it's a string, and then finally another input that we will call price. Let us modify everything inside description. So wire model description, and then also this error here should be for description. Like that, and then of course also here description, and then also for the last error of ours it should be wire model price, like that. Maybe this one we can set it to a number, the type, and then also this error we should be for price, and finally we will also be checking another error for price. Now we can be able to handle the submission of this form, and we will be using this button called save changes. So what I'm going to do down here is just give it wire click save, wire click, and then we will have it as save, just like that. I would like us to refresh, and then now when we come and say save, of course there is no component that is called save on our Livewire class. So in this case I will go to app Livewire create product, because it's the component that we are actually working with, and here we can be able to say public function save, and I would like when it is hit we can just have 1 2 3, so we can just sort of like use it for debugging or something. So when I come here and I click save, again it says public method save not found on component. How so? Oh, I have not saved. So let me save. Refresh again. Create attempt to save. Now, as you can see, we are hitting that endpoint. And of course, if we attempt to close our model, we can be able to close it. And even if we attempt to close it here, we can be able to close it. We are moving on well. I would like us to declare properties inside our create product. And here I want us to have public title, like that, and I want us to have public, let me just copy this like that. I want us to have description, and I want us to have price. I would also want to do validation for the same, so let us use the rule attribute. So use Livewire attributes rule, like that. And then now for each one of these, maybe I want us to have hash, and then square brackets rule, and here we can be able to just say they're required. So everything is required. So before every of these properties, we can just say they're required, and also the price is required. And then inside our save function, we can be able to just have this validate to be able to return the validation errors. So basically that is that. So I want us to see if everything is working perfectly, because we had been able to handle validation on this side. So when I click save, of course our form is disappearing. To be able to cure that, we need to go back to our class, the create product class, and what we need to put before we at this first line of our model is we want to ignore. So we will have wire ignore dot self, like that, and this will be able to handle for us the problem that we have just seen, because you see it is the sort of like the component, or in this case the model, disappears, but it shows that everything is not okay. So now after updating that, then when I click create, when I click save changes, so now this is remaining, and now you can be able to see that we're having very nice validation, and even the inputs are also displaying that actually there is something that is a problem with our form. That's very okay. I'm not intending to save this thing per se, but I will show you if you intend to save what you'll be able to do. Of course, you will need to create a model, and you'll be able to create a migration, and then you'll be able to make the price, description, and title fillable inside your model, and then be able to go ahead and do that. If you have been following these tutorials that I've been doing, you will find it very easy for you to be able to do that. So just to demonstrate how you can be able to go ahead and save, I would just like us to open our create product, and I can be able to chain validated to our this validate, and then now if we are to be able to create this product, we can be able to call the product model. You can just say product and then full colon create, like that, and inside here we can pass all the data that we have validated. So you can just pass this value here, and that will be able to save this file for you. But since of course you also need to include the product model above here, obviously I do not have those ones, and I did not intend to go ahead and be able to create those ones, because I want to make this episode a little bit lean. So by assumption, we have been able to save our product. So I want us to have session flash, and here we can have a status of product created, like that. And then of course we can now be able to reset our input. So in this case we can say this reset, this reset, like that, that way. So basically that is what we can be able to do, such that we just empty our form, such that if somebody wants still to use the same form to create something else, they can be able to do it. So basically that is that. So if I type something here, I type the title of my product, and then description, awesome product, and then the price, let me just type an amount and save. Now we have not been able to handle our session inside our model, so let us go ahead and do that, and that's the reason actually why it is throwing an error to us. So let us handle that one and see what we are going to have. So here what I'm going to do inside the model body before the form, I want us to have if session status. I think we were calling it status, and also this one I think we have done it several times, and if so basically it's possible still for you to be able to just do this. So here I want us to have a div with a class of alert success, like that, and then inside here, inside this div, I want us to display the session message. So in this case we can just say session status, just like that. And basically that will be able to handle that for us. So let me refresh and then attempt to create again. You type product. There's nothing that we are saving actually. Product description and then a price. When I click save, we are having still the same problem. I do not know if it is wrong spelling of session or what. So let me go and again and check it inside our create product. Like that. I don't know if it was typo or what. Let me attempt again. Yes, I think it was a typo actually. So title product. You can try it again and see. Description, something typed in there, then the price, save changes, now product created. I think it was just a typo. Now our form has been reset. I want us to handle when somebody clicks close here. It is you see now when we type something and then we have values here and then somebody hits close, and as you can see, if we click create again, whatever it is that was typed is still being displayed. What I would want us to do is to maybe do something about that. We can go to our model, so in this case create product, and inside here I want us to go towards the end where we have the button that is close, and here I would like to give it a click handler. So we have wire click close. So basically when it is clicked, it will be able to hit a method that is called close, and I think we can be able to just go to our create product class and have another method that we are going to call close. So public function close, and here I just want us to still just reset the form. So this reset, like that. And now if I'm to refresh, type in something for the description, a price maybe, and a save, it will be we have that. Type in something else, type in and then some price and then close. Then when I come to create again, you can see our form has been reset. So in other words, it will be able to reset the form such that you will not be able to see the initial input again. I believe I've been able to handle everything that I intended to handle in this episode. Thank you very much for following this tutorial episode up until this point. Please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. By doing this, you'll be notified when I upload another awesome video. If you like the video, you can give it a thumbs up. You can also share it. You are also welcome to engage in the comment section. Thank you.